Hey people, Five Aces here. What's going on, everybody? Assaulting you with yet another Shoutcast directly into your eardrums. Yeah, that's right, the audio settings were a little messed up for the last cast. I don't know what happened. I updated my OBS to the latest version, and the latest version just decided to ignore all the settings that I'd set up previously, and just assault you with, I don't know, the equivalent of a starting jet, like a starting fighter jet, in terms of volume. So apologies for that. I hope it's fixed for this cast. We are back with following the trajectory of Sir, whom we have confirmed not to be Sir Cake-a-Lot. He is indeed a Sir of his own making, I guess, crowned by the Queen. Not crowned, just knighted to be a Sir by the Queen himself. And not fittingly playing as England, he's playing as the Russians. That's about wrong, you know. Talk about an infiltrator here. Well, how's that saying going? Heels to the sky, Western spy. Anyway, we are here with another ladder match, and this is a best of 5 with the potential to yield some more matches as well. The opponent in question is GG, whom I believe I've casted maybe once or twice. He's a registered user, and yeah, pretty much a newcomer as well. So, GG as Germany and Sir as the Russians. While the early game is on the way, let's talk about some... fake man. Let's talk about something else. So, what's going on in your lives? Let me know in the comments. For me, right now, I've gotten a little in over my head because I have a running partner slash friend who's also next door neighbor who just, you know, usually we go for a casual run at the end of the workday, like maybe 40-45 minutes, and he's a good pacemaker. Then he was like, okay, I'm now practicing for a half marathon, so let's up our game. And I'm not in the business for a half marathon right now because I don't have the time, nor do I have the stamina, I guess. Haven't tried it, but yeah, now I'm practicing with him for a half marathon, so it's kind of, whoops, my bad. Don't know if that's a good idea, given that it's 30 plus degrees outside at the moment. And yeah, that's where we're at also. I wanted to do something a little sporty, so I also signed up for the lifeguards. And damn son, the first training that we had with the lifeguards was just absolutely insane, because it's 1.5 hours of swimming, which in and of itself, you know, is a good chunk, costs a good chunk of energy, but it was in the lake. Lake Constance at that day had 19 degrees. And at the end, I was so frozen over that I couldn't swing my my leg up to get up on my bike anymore. So I had to push my bike and then take a 30-minute hot shower to reinvigorate myself. So yeah, that's where we're at. And that's basically the entire extent of my spare time, that and some little tidbits of OpenRA. And other than that, it's mostly, you know, we're in the holidays, so I've got a little more spare time than usual, but it's still mostly kids focused. Today we had our first hike above 1,000 meters of altitude up the Fenda, which is just the local mountain here. But enough about that, enough chit chat. Let's analyze the builds. Okay, this is something I do not like at all. GG went for a 4 refinery build. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, econ is all well and good, but 4 refineries delays your tech timing by so much. Now you've also got an extra power plant that you've got to field. He does have a somewhat impressive army, but so does Sir. And Sir has rightfully smelt that there is something coming. He has seen the light tank with his scout, and he also has seen a little bit of the infantry army. So he knows that something is coming his way. Assuming a great position here, that's an amazing defensive line, except the push is coming up to the north. So, yeah, that's a pretty good one. The first heavy tank is coming out as well, so he's got a very good front line. He might stand to lose his service depot, though. Is he producing the MCV? No. No MCV timing here. Yikes! Okay, but it's going to be a complete army wipe. That's going to be a complete trade-off. The armies are going to be eviscerated. Ooh. Good trades thus far for Sir, but he's lost his service depot, so we are back to square one. this is Monopoly time. We are not gonna collect the $400, we're instead gonna opt for an APC. And another APC, and then another one. Because that's literally the only thing you can do. Honestly, this is not as bad as Soviets as it looks. Because APCs are very sturdy as frontliners, and they also don't leave husks. So if you are good at finding angles for crushes, it's very, very effective. Because they don't get tangled up on the husks of their fallen comrades. Unlike heavy tanks, and they're also reasonably fast. So there's that. Where does that leave us? We've got some decent economy for both players set up. Oh, the Gatekeeper build. GG is going for his 1 MCV play, masking it with some aggression. Still on light tanks. He still doesn't have tech, by the way. So this is a risky proposition. Sir is opting for the same build, likewise. I think he was going for an MCV, but decided that it's not worth it anymore, because he lost his service depot and rebuilding would have taken too long. Neither of the players have suffered any econ losses thus far. So the econ is 5 and 6 harvesters respectively. The assets are very much in favor of Sir. And there is a massive push coming onto the main base. But it's going to be answered with a counter push, and there's lots of light tanks here. They can do some significant damage in numbers to unarmored structures. Not so much to armored structures. All field defenses, for example, are armored. So flame towers, Tesla coils, they are heavy armor. Oh, that's going to be the first overtrack down. But it's going to be answered in kind, probably. Yep. Here comes the push onto the war factory, and in turn the main base as well. So both players are sitting in the main bases of each other, and that is going to be a complete base wipe. Probably assault moves are coming out. Yeah, this is going to be probably a trade. Okay, game number 1 is already getting quite spicy here. Assault move coming out for both players, and that is going to be the base riggedy wrecked. It's gone. Still a solid bank for Sir. I don't believe he has any capacities for production right now. He doesn't have power to speak of. Ooh, but the same is true for GG, who basically just has a couple power plants. He has a massive army advantage, though. Look at his army. This is scary. Lots of light tanks, enough to actually kill a heavy tank off in time. You know, given enough time. And Sir has 1 refiner left. This is a wild game. What about GG? He's sending his tanks up north. His harvesters up north, but the tank is on the chase. It is gonna get pelted by the light tanks, just as Nostradamus predicted. Oh, gets 1 last kill with his dying breath. So the army advantage right now is with Sir, but Sir only has 1 refinery. That's a bottleneck if I've ever saw one. What about the assets? We're 25 and 30k respectively. And actually Sir is ahead in the army. It's because he split his army. He's got 2. War Factory is coming back online for Sir. This is a dynamic game, I've gotta say. And Sir deciding not to push his luck too far. He wants to get into position first. That's a couple power plants. The War Factory is also starting to produce again. We're gonna see... No, nothing just yet. Okay, so let's see. How is this army gonna fare? Oh, good crushes from the light tanks. On the other side, we're seeing the push. But the MCV, despite having a structure queued up, has to unpack. However, it does get retained. So nothing of value has been lost at that point. Except the build queue. So GG with a good defense. And Sir did not have the timing. He wanted to go for a 1-2 punch, but really good reaction from Sir. Packing up his Conyard and sending it back. So, again, no significant losses. That is going to be a couple APCs picked off for free. Oh, what a surround, though. This is going to be a massive army advantage here. Sir has got so much. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, what? Oh my goodness, with inferior numbers, GG is cleaning house. So I think I know what happened here. There were only rifles, like barely any rockets in that blob. And the army for Sir consisted mainly of rockets. Man, that's going to be a dip and a half. What a swing! So yeah, there was just an overcommitment into rockets, and that just meant that GG had the field advantage with his army. I'm gonna have to take a look at the army graph here. This is wild. Look at that plummet. Whew, spicy. Okay, where are we at right now? We're still at a 0-0. Everything, the board's been reset, except we're having some sort of base swap situation. Sir has also somehow managed to find his way into the main base of GG. Oh, the harvesters are coming in, but they're too slow! They're being slowed down by the debris. And this army is probably going to wipe the floor with the ground forces of Sir. Yes, sir, indeed. My goodness. The econ is dead. Oh, he's committing to medics. I don't know if that's a good investment. At that point in the game, assault move can come out now and destroy everything. So, we are still not done. We're still back to square one. Lots of the parts of the map are unclaimed as of yet. My lord! What a game! That was spicier than the taco hot dog that I tried today. I mean, that one was really mild, let's be honest. But this match, damn son. One of the problems right now for GG is that he doesn't really have any income left. He is probably pretty broke. Yep. $627 to his name. Finally managed to get another refinery up. 4 light tanks leading the pack. And he still has a solid army too. Huh, 1 heavy tank only for Sir, and not much infantry either. Man. GG, if you can manage to close this out, you've got yourself a game. And we're gonna have ourselves a series of sorts. Still, I like that there are so many rifles here, and they're highly vetted too. Let's see, now, the heavy tank has to do some heavy lifting. Oh, there's a flame tower. Oh no. Is GG... Now, it's GG's turn to overcommit now. Yeah, you can't out-heal the burns. Medics, not that great at healing against burns. Oh! Oh my goodness, the heavy tank gets away too. Fantastic. And the medics just feeding themselves into the grinder. Knowing that there's no more comrades left to revive. Man! What a game. Sir is broke though. Both on 6 harvesters. 1 refinery that's some long distance mining. Rectifies it now with the refinery. Sort of 2 bases up for GG. Sort of no army for GG. Sort of a semblance of an army for Sir with a very wounded heavy tank. This thing, yeah, this just dies to a dust mite, I guess. Let's be real, this is not a tank at that point. So, given the state of the game, you know your opponent is pretty down on armor. Maybe pull 1 or 2 ore trucks to field and lead the push. Because they're very sturdy. And right now you don't have the time for a war factory or to ramp war factory production up. Flamers! I'm not sure if that's the right call, because flamers just, yeah, they're good in AoE, you know, dealing with infantry, but they're not great on the defense. If an opponent comes in, and they're not great on the offense against moving targets either. He needs something to deal with the light tanks, really. And I feel like the rocket density right now is not the right mix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rockets. And a lot of flamers. Each one of those flamers could be a rocket. I mean, they cost 200. So they're a little cheaper, but I don't like the idea right now. So right now, I would vastly prefer the army with the light tanks. The wind-up toys, this time around, they have not outlived their usefulness just yet. MCV coming on in as well. This is going to be the GG push, I guess. Oh, did he spot the MCV? I think he did. He's pulling back. This would be the time to pull the harvesters now. Reunite them with the army. Let them lead the charge. He's trying to come in at an angle. Oh, this is going to be tough. The construction yard has been set up. The flamers are actually doing a surprisingly good number. Let's highlight the health bars here. Damn! Oh, but the crushes are way superior. The light tanks rule the field. My lord, this must be it. There's also a base push to back it up. So this must surely be the 1-0 for GG. What a wild ride. I'm not seeing anything else. Nope. This is just an econ base. The war factory is going down. Ore refinery is dead. And that is all she wrote, I would say. Because there is just no way of coming back into the game for Sir. You can't outmuscle this army anymore. Yep, this is a complete wipe here. There is one last ore refinery here. A lot of long distance mining going on. And he is still building flamers. Yeah, buddy, you have 1 racks. 2 racks, and that's it. Flame Tower is taking care of one of the light tanks, but at the end of the day, yeah, damn son, that was impressive. What a showing. What a great show being put on by both players here, but ultimately on the map, Crownsbury, that sounds very British. It is going to be the end of the line for Sir, who has fought valiantly, who also, may I remind you, took a series off of Yunnan recently. 3-2 was the score at the end of the day. We're gonna see the last push, probably. This is gonna be it. Field defenses. And the goalies are being pulled. The recycler trucks are going in. Actually getting some good crushes, but the scatter move is coming out. And I don't think this is enough. Light tanks on the north as well, dealing with the power plants. And the ore trucks have dried up. There is no more econ left. This surely must be it. What about the econ? Yeah, $1 left in the bank account of Sir. Why can't I have $1 and 0 production? GG is being called. Fantastic start to this series. This was entertaining start to finish. Yeah, we want more of that. I'm going to be highlighting more of those casts. I'm going to be keeping tabs on GG as well as on Sir. Next week's cast is going to be a continuation of this series, and there's also going to be some more Rise of the Reds because I'm having a ton of fun with that mod. For now, congratulations to the players. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.